How are you, my dear Ernest? What brings you up to town?
Oh, pleasure, pleasure. What else brings anyone anywhere? Eating again, I see, Algie.
I believe it is customary in good society to have a refreshment at 5 o'clock. Where have you been?
Why, I was in the country. But why all these cups? Why all the cucumber sandwiches? Why such reckless extravagance in one so young? Who's coming to tea?
Oh, merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
Oh, how perfectly delightful.
Yes, that is all very well, but I fear Aunt Augusta won't approve of me being here.
Why not?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is simply disgraceful. Almost as bad as the way she flirts with you.
I'm in love with Gwendolyn. I have come to town expressly to propose to her.
My dear fellow, Gwendolyn is my first cousin, and I cannot let you marry her until we figure out this issue with Cecily. Get me Mr. Worthing's cigarette case that he left last time he was here.
Do you mean to say you've had my cigarette case this whole time? I've been looking everywhere for it. I was very nearly offering a large reward for it.
Well, I really wish you would have. I'm more than usually hard up.
I simply want my cigarette case back.
This isn't even yours. It says, "From little Cecily, with fondest love to my dear Uncle Jack." Your name isn't even Jack, it's Ernest.
My name isn't Ernest. It's Jack. Charming day has it been, Miss Fairfax?
Pray don't talk to me about the weather. Whenever anyone talks to me about the weather, I'm quite certain they mean something else. It makes me nervous.
Well, I do mean something else.
I thought as much. I'm never wrong.
Well, Miss Fairfax, ever since I've met you, I've admired you more than any girl I've ever met since I met you.
I know.
You really love me, Gwendolyn?
Ever since I knew your name was Ernest, I've been destined to love you.
Gwendolyn, you don't know how happy you've made me.
My own Ernest.
But you mean to say that if my name wasn't Ernest, you'd still love me, right?
But your name is Ernest.
Yes, I know it is, but what if it wasn't? Would you still love me then?
This metaphysical speculation, I could care for you. I could admire you. But I could never truly love you.
Well, let's say it was something like Jack, for instance. That's a good name, right?
Jack's not a good name, actually. And besides, it's a shortening of John, and why would anyone want to be married to someone named John?
Gwendolyn, we must get married at once.
Married?
Well, I've made it clear that I like you, and you're not exactly indifferent to me, am I right?
Yes, you are, but you've never said anything about marriage.
Well, may I propose to you now?
I think it would be an admirable opportunity. My mother has a habit of coming back into the room suddenly.
Well, Gwendolyn, will you marry me?
Yes. I'm engaged.
Pardon me, you are not engaged to anyone. When you do become engaged to someone, I or your father, should his health permit him, will inform you of that fact. Engagement should come on a young girl as a surprise, pleasant or unpleasant, as the case may be. It is hardly a matter that she should be allowed to arrange for herself. And now I have a few questions to put to you, Mr. Worthing. While I am making these inquiries, you, Gwendolyn, will wait for me in the carriage.
I'm not leaving.
Gwendolyn, in the carriage!
Uncle Jack will be very much annoyed if he knew you were staying on until next week at the same hour.
Oh, I don't care about Jack. I don't care for anyone in the world but you. I love you, Cecily. Will you marry me?
Of course, you silly boy. Why, we've been engaged for the past 3 months.
3 months?
Yes, it will be exactly 3 months on Thursday.
How did our engagement happen?
Well, ever since Uncle Jack first confessed to us that he had a younger brother who was very wicked and bad, you, of course, formed the chief topic of conversation between myself and Miss Prism. I dare say it was foolish of me, but I fell in love with you, Ernest.
Well, when did we get engaged?
On the 14th of February last, worn out by your entire ignorance of my existence, I determined to end the matter one way or the other. And after a long struggle with myself, I accepted you under this dear old tree here.
Oh, what a perfect angel you are, Cecily.
You dear romantic boy. Of course, there is the question of your name.
Yes, of course.
It has always been a girlish dream of mine to love someone whose name was Ernest. There is something about that name that inspires absolute confidence. I pity any married women whose husbands are not named Ernest.
But, my darling, would you not love me if my name was not Ernest?
But what name?
Say, like, a perfectly normal name, like, say, Algernon, for example.
But I don't like the name Algernon.
But Algernon is a perfectly nice name. Many people have that name. But, my dear Cecily, would you not love me if my name was not Ernest?
Well, I might respect you, Ernest. I might admire your character, but I feel I could not give you my undivided attention.
Ernest, my own Ernest. I'm engaged to be married to this woman.
Cecily? No.
I knew there must be some misunderstanding, Miss Fairfax. The man whose arm is at present around your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Worthing.
This?
Yep, this is Uncle Jack. Here is Ernest.
Oh, Madeline,
A moment. Are you engaged to be married to this young lady?
Gwendolyn?
Yeah, to Gwendolyn.
Of course not.
Thank you.
It seems there has been a misunderstanding. This is my cousin, Algernon Moncrief. It seems a gross deception has been practiced on both of us. Mr. Worthing, I have something very particular to ask you. Much depends on your reply.
Gwendolyn, your common sense is invaluable. Mr. Moncrief, kindly answer me the following question. Why did you pretend to be my guardian's brother?
In order that I might have the opportunity of meeting you.
That certainly does seem like a satisfactory answer.
Yes, dear, if you can believe it.
Oh, I don't. But that doesn't change the wonderful beauty of his answer.
This is true. In matters of gravest importance, it is the style, not the sincerity, that most matters. Mr. Worthing, what reason can you offer for coming up to or pretending to have a brother? Was it so that you could come up to town as often as possible to see me?
Can you doubt it, Miss Fairfax?
I'm not sure if I can believe him, but this isn't the time for German skepticism. Things that their replies are more than satisfactory, especially Mr. Worthing's.
I am more than content with what Mr. Moncrief said. His voice alone inspires one with absolute credulity.
So you think we should forgive them?
Yes. I mean, no.
It is true. There are principles at stake here that should not be surrendered. But who should tell them? It is an awful, terrible thing to tell one.
Could we not both do it at the same time?
That is true. I often speak at the same time as people. Will you take time for me? Your Christian names are still an insuperable barrier. That is all.
Our Christian names? Is that it?
Well, we are going to be christened this afternoon.
To please me, you are prepared to go through this horrible ordeal?
I will.
For my sake, you are willing to do this terrible thing?
I am.